guys. I know I said I was going to be live at 4:30 for anyone that saw my update, but I wanted to come on a little bit earlier just because the way this stream's going to work today is going to be a little bit weird because due to my fiance doing errands, I haven't had anything to eat yet, so the way this stream is going to work is there's still going to be plenty of Ace Attorney gameplay, but there may be like a little just chatting food break in the middle. Just whilst I eat my food. It might even be a be right back screen and I'll just like slap some tunes on in the background. I don't exactly know how I'm gonna do it yet, but yeah, so apologies if that does cause any inconvenience for anyone, like if anyone's like, oh no, but yeah, it's just how today has worked out. But yeah, well, whilst I can, I am looking forward to playing plenty more Ace Attorney for you guys. I am just sending out my go live notifications on my social medias. But yeah, I can't actually believe that we are 9 days away from Christmas, by the way. It feels like it's creeping up. It feels like it's creeping up so... Like, it's kind of quietly creeping, but it's also like, oh no. Like, to be honest, I still need to do my Christmas shopping, but I kind of have a perfectly valid reason for not doing my Christmas shopping yet, which I won't go into, but yeah, so so I just need to do one more, and then I also need to do my Twitter. So Discord is now done. Let me just go on to X and post that. There we go. But yeah, so let me get my stream manager up. Okay, so I should be ready to get into the gameplay as soon as possible. Where is my window? There we go. But yeah, so today, I'm hoping, I think we should actually finish the Circus case relatively early into the stream. This stream, in terms of Ace Attorney gameplay, might be a stream of 2 halves, which I think I have had before. Excuse me whilst I take a drink. But yeah, I think I have had that before, where I've had Ace Attorney streams of 2 halves, where for the first half I might be doing trial gameplay, and then the second half I might be doing investigation gameplay. Yeah, it's looking like today's gonna be one of those streams. Oh, why are my sauces, why are my coasters on my desk being such a headache? There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, sorry about that. Just had to deal with my because I have like little what we call coasters, which are like little mats to put drinks on to avoid staining furniture and stuff. Yeah, mine were just sort of starting to overlap a little bit because yeah, they're not the most they don't really like stick to the table that well, but yeah, anyway, enough rambling about random stuff. I'm going to get into the gameplay. Yeah. But yeah, I am well aware that I still need to bring up the elephant in the room, which is I haven't really been playing a lot of Persona 5 lately. Yeah, and the main reason for that is because I don't know why, but like every fortnight on well, I know why, but like, yeah. So every fortnight on a Wednesday, me and my fiance are now doing a retro stream, which means I don't get to play Persona 5 Royal as much. Um, yeah, shuffle, I could shuffle Persona 5 Royal to another day, but yeah, I just worry because I'm also thinking of maybe abandoning my rule that I sort of gave myself, where if I miss a stream, then I play that stream's game the next stream. Just because like, I mean, I know that means I miss games, but I just feel like if with the amount of times I can be off stream in a week, or doing other streams like with my fiance, who is my frequent collaborator, I do I do yeah, I do realize that I haven't played Persona 5 as much. So yeah, I just hope you guys, but yeah, I just wanted to tell you that I'm aware of it, just in case there's any viewers that are like, oh, G-Dog, you've not played Persona 5 in a while. And yeah, I am aware of it, but yeah. Um, but yeah, I'll have to think about my schedule a little bit, I think, because I think what I'm gonna have to do is either like shorten my cycle so that it works with the more spontaneous streams that me and my fiance do, or I'm gonna have to uh, either reshuffle my cycle, or be okay with the fact that some weeks I might be a bit behind schedule, where because I've missed playing Persona on like the odd Wednesday, then Thursdays might become Persona Day, Fridays might become Ghost of Tsushima Day, and then Mondays might become uh, Life is Strange Day. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to think on that, but yeah, I just wanted to but yeah, I'm gonna actually get into the gameplay now, but yeah, I did just want to bring that up just in case there are people who watch the VODs and are like, I miss Persona, when is it coming back? And the answer to that is it will be coming back, it's just I'm not sure whether it will be as frequent a series on my channel as it used to be. Yeah, because of my slightly weird streaming schedule. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna kick off the Ace Attorney gameplay of this stream with some good old Phoenix Wright in Court gameplay. Yeah. Also, sorry if I seem scatterbrained. It's just like I've sort of come out of hobby mode, like hobby programming mode, because I've been working on that website I showed you guys at the start of in an impromptu just chatting section that I did on one of my streams a while ago. Yeah, I've been working on that. It definitely looks a lot better now, but yeah, I'm also starting to maybe give myself a bit of a deadline where, if possible, I do want to try and work as much on it as I can before Christmas, because I imagine that once Christmas comes around, I'm going to want to give myself a little bit of a break, just so I can like focus on spending time with family and yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I don't, I don't, I'm, I'm sorry guys. I'm well aware I'm like rambling about random stuff, but I do find that just like rambling about random stuff on these streams does help to like get it off my chest, because yeah, because sometimes when it comes to Twitch streams, the best way to talk about them and like relay thoughts is on stream. So Yeah. Yeah. Good morning, Max. Also, it is so weird playing this now that I finished the anime because it's like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Also, with me finishing the Ace Attorney anime, and sort of being reminded of what's to come, or I cannot wait to play some of the cases that we have coming up. But yeah. Anyway. Oh yeah. Good morning, sweeties. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. Teehee. Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. Oh, I used to have milk all the time as a kid. Like, I was such a milk drinker, to the point where I almost drank too much milk because my doctor told my parents, because I was still a little kid when this happened, that, oh no, you're giving your daughter too much milk, stop it. Yeah, so yeah, I clearly had a bit of a milk addiction when I was a kid. Regina, how fabulous, my sweetie pie princess. You came to watch my performance today? Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that? So what kind of performance will he put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end? It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? Huh? I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't... Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on, or even where she is. Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Top of the morning to ya. Everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go, Momo? Top of the morning to you, Governor. Top of the morning. I could have done that in a better way. I was tempted to do it. I was tempted to redo it in like a Jacksepticeye way, because for anyone that watches Jacksepticeye, you'll be well aware that it goes like, top of the morning to ya, like really high pitched. Yeah, clearly I can't really, yeah. I think I'm a little dehydrated just cause like I can't even really hit high notes that well, or like go high in my vocal range without having to take a drink first. But yeah, which is why it's important to hydrate, so if I am drinking throughout the stream, you'll know why. A to stay hydrated, and B to avoid dehydration. But yeah. Also, I should also mention about the food situation, where I'm either going to be BRBing or doing a just chatting thing for a bit. So the food that me and my fiance are getting at some point during this stream is takeaway food. So there's a good chance that before I sort of go into BRB mode to eat my food, you will probably hear someone knocking at the door, or one of our phones going off to let us know the order's here, because we have a really annoying problem that I think we brought up in one of our Sonic streams, where for some reason, I think it's because our house is like, it's weird because our house is like, from like a conventional person's perspective, our house is sort of like the wrong way around. So like usually where our front door is where our back door would be. So because of that, people think that our front door is our back door, and so they go to the back gate, which which me and my fiance knows the back gate, but delivery people know it as the front gate, which is like, no, that's wrong. But yeah, that's the ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Aha, 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 aha. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk. Oh my, the thanks. Wow, Max is going to be chugging a lot of milk later on. Not only has Regina given him milk, but Mo's also given him milk. So, how are you today, right? Well, I've got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against a real culprit. I don't know about you guys, but Mo's costume doesn't really look like a costume to me. It kind of, I mean, yeah, the hat is obviously a costume, but like the onesie with like the ruffled neck part, it kind of reminds me of pajamas. Like, I feel like Mo's just like wearing pajamas. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if that's what the character designers were going for, because Mo does seem a bit like lazy and a bit like yeah, and a bit and very relaxed, obviously. So yeah. Well, I've got the feeling that today I'm going to face off against a real culprit. You mean Acro? Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare. If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses. What are you going to do then, Nick? I guess today we'll just have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today we rely on evidence. It's the only way we'll get past Acro and to the truth. You're right, but it's gonna be tough. Anyways, I want you to make sure that Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yes, that's why I brought her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. I mean, that's fair enough. Like, everyone when it comes to, I mean, it's been well discussed that, like, everyone believes, like, everyone tends to have different beliefs when it comes to, like, what happens when we die in the afterlife. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't blame Mer for being like, oh no, Regina's like, or, yeah, I don't disagree with Mer for him being like, oh no, we don't all become stars, something else happens. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Miss Von Karma, you may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. Order, order! I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Poor gumshoe. Very well, please call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Okay, here he is, Acro. Name and occupation. Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm employed as an acrobat at the very big circus. Where were you the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene. My room is on the third floor. crime scene is below my window. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting in my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then, a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown. If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix, right? Just like your old friend Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There's no way that actually happened. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Okay, so, let's press this one. You said that you were resting in bed. One would thus assume that you turned the lights off in your room, correct? That's correct. But there are safety lights around the outside of the lodging house. It's so bright, sometimes it can make it hard to sleep. If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains? I never really thought of that. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains. Haha, sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers. Ow! The witness will proceed with his testimony. Okay, press. Your room is on the 3rd floor, right? Yes. And you said that you were resting in bed? That is correct. But you were still able to hear a sound from outside? I was indeed. Pressing acro doesn't seem to get results. But maybe something was contradictory in what I said just now. There is a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of contradiction? Okay. I wish I could remember what Akira's statement was. Hang on, let me... Nope, that is the wrong website. There we go. Doobie-doobie-doo. Okay, path for trial. Around that time I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Come on, there we go. Who's this? What in the world is this? Ow! You just don't get it, do you, Mr. Phoenix, right? Well, what don't I get? You're not going to be able to get through this one with your usual bluff routine. Your client looks to be ready to take off once again, straight towards a guilty verdict. You were bluffing? I will not forgive any more mockeries made of this court. Whoops. Witness, would you mind repeating your testimony? Certainly. Okay, So yeah, what did Phoenix say again? Your room is on the 3rd floor, right? Okay. Yes. And you said that you were resting in bed. That is correct, but you were still able to hear a sound from outside. I was indeed. Pressing. Yeah, okay. What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. Until I can find a clear contradiction, I should tread lightly. Okay, yeah, so I think I picked the wrong option there. Yeah, because that would also explain why I couldn't figure out what the evidence was. What statement are we on? So that's number 1, number 2. Okay. Then let's press. Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin, or perhaps a large action figure. Well, setting aside the possibility of a mannequin, an action figure is plausible. You have no need to mince words with Mr. Phoenix, right? Testify to the truth and only the truth, just as if we were there with you that night. I believe it was a human. Damn, I just strengthened his testimony. I wonder if Akaro's statement jives with the facts. There's nothing wrong. What's the matter, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. Until I can find a clear contradiction. Okay. Okay, so, yeah, so I think I'm gonna present the Silk Cat here. No? Oh my god. Okay, I really wish, the one thing I wish about these trilogy games is that they were like because the newer like standalone like not remaster Ace Attorney games actually have like indicators to say what statement you're on. So yeah, so that helps when you're like, if you don't want to get any answers wrong, so, and it helps you keep track of how much testimony you have left to examine. Yeah, hang on, let me... Okay, God damn. Oh, why can't I? There we go. Oh, right. Yeah, let's press. The light in your room was turned off then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window? The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see, but honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was a person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Did you see any of the other symbols? I clearly saw the silk cat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. But maybe there was something fishy with this latest bit of testimony. There is a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given. If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, let's present the silk cat. You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk cat. What about the silk cat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Just looking outside of the window is a tough enough challenge for me. That's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk cat found on the scene. That's the ringmaster's hat, right? Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has 2 silk hats? No, this is a handmade, one-of-a-kind model made only for Maximilian Galactica, which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand. I love that you use fibbing. That's such a British word. Fibbing. Fibbing basically is another word for lying, in case you didn't know. Order, order. As always, it looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth and now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court today? I think Acro is the real culprit. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion? Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. Hahaha, I think your trips to the circus have served you well. You seem to have learned how to try and grab at an audience, at an audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witness. He's calm enough for it to almost be scary. He is staying rather calm and collected. Mr. Dingling, do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things? See? Even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous. She's right. Way to pick on the disabled, you heartless cool man. Phoenix is a poopy head. See that, Mr. Phoenix, right? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? Of course he did. It's impossible for Acro to be the murderer in this case. If that's the case, then it's natural for one to consider possible accomplices. You don't say. Not good, not good. This isn't going to end well. Don't tell me you think you're going to get off easy. What? You must not have heard that sound just now. Maybe it wasn't clear enough. The sound of you falling into your own trap can be hard to notice sometimes. Mr. Wright, it seems as though you won't be stopping at Acro, but will be making other accusations. If Acro did not have an accomplice, things are not looking good for you. I understand, Your Honor. Gulp. Very well, let's continue. Who perchance would happen to be Acro's accomplice? Yeah, who would be a good accomplice for Acro? Oh, really? Oh. No, never mind. I think I picked the wrong choice. So, I'm gonna have to take this penalty and then pick the right choice. So, I'll just go with Regina. Okay, Ringmaster's papers, I don't know. Can I pick the right option now? No, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I realized I picked the right option because I have played this game before, but yeah, I sort of had to think ahead as to how Acro might have committed the murder, and then that's what made me realize, oh no, I picked the wrong option. But anyway, now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. Well, what? You're not going to sucker me into this one. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself. Order! What are you getting at? Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. Now I'm going to have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Alright, then let's do it. Mr. Phoenix, right? If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, exactly where was Mr. Dingling? He was in his room, obviously. He was obviously here the entire time. That's Acro's room. Pretty simple, eh? Acro wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can only be one correct answer. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts? What say you, Mr. Dingling? It's an interesting theory. That's it. Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. You've got a point. It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix, right? The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he? But Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet. Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here... She's right. I can't mess up here. I've got to give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster, and he did it while he was in his room. No doubt about it. Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime, Mr. Wright. Present evidence. I'm going to present some evidence. So, what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of murder against Russell Berry? I think I have a possible theory. I think he used the, where the frick is the bust? There. I'm going blind. There we go. What's that, a picture? It is indeed. The problem is with the item that's shown in the picture. Bust. It's quite a large bust, and because it is life-sized, it is also very, very heavy. Heavy? Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death, especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Ah! See, this is how Acro was able to kill the ringmaster, with the force of gravity and Maximilian Galactica's ample bust. Order! So you're saying the bust fell onto the ringmaster? A rather simple crime. Even if he were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have more than enough upper body strength to carry something like the bust. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Well, Acro's at a loss for words. He should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, Acro. You can't run away from things. Ow! I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix, right? What? Your Honor, the physical health of the witness is material to the case. I demand that we get proper testimony from the witness himself. Testimony, you say? Bon karma. She's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. There is absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its version of the murder. The prosecution has the right to respond. The defense's objection is overruled. Why can he see things my way once in a while? Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but we need you to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful towards him. Thank you. Ah, that woman will sink to any low to win a case. Okay, new testimony. Acro's physical state. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of a bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? I have no doubts in regards to the witness's testimony. It was impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself out far enough to look, not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. That's what I was thinking. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. Grr, I can't let her get to me. I've got to focus. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. That makes it impossible for me to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him, don't you think? Acro was strong enough to lift up the bust. The main problem is how he could have aimed for the ringmaster's head. I wonder if he used some kind of tool to aim for the ringmaster. Okay. Press. Have you ever lifted up a bust before? No, I've never actually lifted it up in my own two hands. But I should get to it, don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this. Money? That crazy monkey has lifted Max's bust before? Please continue with your testimony, Mr. Dingling. I have a strong upper body from working as an acrobat. Okay, press. So, what have you been doing to keep in shape? Well, honestly, I've given up on training. I don't have any plans to return to the trapeze or tightrope. You don't say. But no offense, I'm not worried about losing to you in a race or anything. Neither am I, Mr. Phoenix, right? I wouldn't lose either, slowpoke. I mean, Nick. Whoa. How did the discussion turn to me all of a sudden? I suppose you could say that I'm stronger than the average bear. Press. And why is that? Because if I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself. I still haven't gotten much feeling back in my legs yet. So you couldn't have thrown that bust out of the window. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. How long do you think your recovery will take? You have to remember that my nerves were severely damaged. I'm currently undergoing some extremely intensive rehab, but it's still going to take a while before I'm back to 100%. Let me remind you of another very important point. If the witness was carrying the bust, he would not be able to see out below the window. Okay, press. Why do you say it would be impossible? Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bust, I couldn't see out below the window. Thus, there is no way I would know the location of the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick. Huh? What if you turn things around? Maybe if you think of it sort of like this? If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. That does make sense. If only I could prove somehow that Acro knew the location of the ringmaster's head without looking down. I think I've already explained things sufficiently. Okay. Press. If all you had to do was drop it, then it wouldn't have been a problem at all. If all I had to do was drop it, you're right, I could have done that. However, there is no way I could land a direct hit on the ringmaster's head. So that kind of makes your theory a bit pointless, doesn't it, Mr. Wright? Acro was strong enough to lift up the bust. The main problem is how he could have aimed for the ringmaster's head. I wonder if he used some kind of tool to aim for the ringmaster. That's the ticket, Nick. Show him what you got. I have to be careful. Okay. Okay, I think I have a theory. So let me just go to the statement that I think has a contradiction. I'm gonna have to be really careful though, because screwing up on that one choice has halved my life bar a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna present the ringmaster's, I'm gonna present the meta note on, no, oh god damn it, why is this trial so hard? Or maybe I got the right evidence but the wrong note or the wrong statement. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I got the right statement but the wrong evidence. Where's my... Yeah, so yeah, but yeah, I should have just presented something more obvious to do with the crime. Acro, you didn't really need to lean out of the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster's head was going to be. Quite precisely, I may add. Your silly hinting at things is pointless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Enough stalling. How about you show some evidence? But I did such a good job hinting. Yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over. The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box, which means that this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means that the answer to all these questions is now crystal clear. You mean, if the bust were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could miss the head of the victim. No! Order. This is unbelievable. Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I just gotta keep going, and there's only one way to go from here, forward. So the next question I have is, who placed that wooden box at the scene? It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected it to a rope and then all he had to do was lower it down. Ow! Allow me to whip some sense into you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ow! The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he lifted the box. That's why the box was so specially made. It's specially made? Indeed. It had the most peculiar feature. The contents of the box. You recall what was inside the wooden box? There was only a small bottle of pepper, wasn't there? Get on with it. Well, what's the matter, cat? Got your tongue? I don't see any relationship between the location of its head and the box's contents. I think I might have outthought myself. No, Nick, you didn't think enough. Okay, the weight of the box. The box has a remarkable weight. Weight? According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this wooden box would have required... Oh, I see. One would have to squat down and lift it up with her body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box also has carrying handles on either side, doesn't it? That is correct. To lift up the box, you'd have to squat down. Which means that no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Fool! Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you've had to say. I must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place the wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? I remember. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. Then what happened to it? I'd like you to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. Ah, that means... You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bus from my room. There might be someone at the door. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. False alarm. Yeah, it's so annoying. I heard some sort of bang in the background, although it could have just been the music. Yeah. So, yeah, I thought it was the door, but oh well. Anyway, back to the game. However, how could I have gotten the bus from the cafeteria to my room? You see, Mr. Phoenix, right? Explain that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Arr. Tell us exactly how the witness could have carried the bus from the cafeteria. Yep, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all. Okay, how did the witness get the bus from the cafeteria back to his room? I think he used his, Frankfurter, Max G, Perma, Leon. Maybe it was Monkey. Yeah, maybe it was, yeah, I think it was, no, not Leon. God damn it. Oh, I need to stop being so trigger happy today. Jeez. Ow. Oh, I think I have my bonehead brain on today. I'm just making stupid mistakes. But yeah, Money the Monkey. A monkey? Everyone knows Money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist ring? So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own and then brought it back home. Home? Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room? But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. My, those are some very nice cards he's holding. Yes, and they are made of platinum, which is very shiny. Wow! Acro. Money is a strong monkey, right? It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. Order, order! I said order. Miss Von Karma. Where is the bust in question at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been used as a murder weapon. Wait. Then you mean this bust was a murder weapon purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was a murderer. Moron! Mr. Wright's argument was so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Ow! Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of attorney. Fraud? You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix, right? And what is that? You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. Ah! There is no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright? Nick, don't let her beat her now. Don't let her beat you now. I won't. This is my chance to turn the trial around. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix, Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw? The murderer the clown saw was the bust. He saw Max's but ow! I asked who was the other person most saw on the scene. That evidence has nothing to do with the question. Au contraire, mon frere, it does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette, but he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. Haha, how is that possible? It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. There's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang one off of the cards in the buster's hands. Idiot, who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? It doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? That question is of the utmost importance to the case, don't you agree? Joe, he caught me. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? It would have been accurate, right? Yeah, okay. For fool, him? You are saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry? That's what I'm saying. The victim himself placed the cloak on the bust? Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. And what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself. Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright, so you want to know what really happened that night? Let's step back in time. Afro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached that rope to the bust, and it dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than their ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Shrilo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Afro took his chance and released the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant that the bust hit the victim, no way. The cloak flew on the bust. Oh my god. You wait just a second there, Mr. Phoenix, right? As much as you try, as much as you scheme, that just isn't true. It can't be. It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. What? The impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. That impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls, the clown. When Mo looked out of his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it. Primarily because in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window, so he just kept pulling the bust up. And that's how it flew. Very interesting. And that is how the magical murderer disappearing into the sky came to be. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could only have been you. Acro's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has, but he has come to the end of his rope now. So, what now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale, but do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence? In this court, only two things matter, the power of evidence and the power of my whip. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they say they want evidence. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method. There is still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual? A contradiction, actually. Okay then, use that and get us out of this jam. That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case. Ooh. Yeah, so I don't think it's Leon, and it's not the pepper. Yeah, so yeah, let me yeah, okay. Yeah. No. Okay, the problem is Max's three symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. Those symbols were a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were two contradictions in Mo's testimony. The silk hat was one, the white roses were the other. But the theory I just presented explains all these contradictions. You fool! Do you ever shut up? Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing the silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the bust's. Wow. Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of. Fine, you got one, but what about the other contradiction? Ooh. Sorry guys, I thought I was gonna sneeze. The other contradiction? Remember what that ventriloquist said in court. He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night, but the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there were no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick? Of course, I can explain all of it. What was that? Please recall the instant when the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? They fell off. Do you get it yet? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Ah! Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. Order! Order! This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life up until now. Well, what do we do? There's no doubting that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster. Acro's motive. It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well, however, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. Okay, drink break. But yeah, let's save. I can't believe it. Acro is pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is, and to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated? Ahem. Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did? Psst, psst. But, I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know? But you're not, which is kind of the reason why. Hey pal, you're gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Ah, Detective Gumshoe. Ah, forget it, I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Now, Detective, I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? We got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, Detective? Ho ho ho, well if you insist. Now, about that evidence you mentioned, what is it? Here you go. Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room. Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later. Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? So yeah, let's actually take a look. So, that scarf stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper. Wait, there's pepper on it? Huh. That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. I don't know, Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday our final plans were set into motion. Final plans? Uh-huh, that reminds me. I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. What did he mean by that, the very end part? I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Ah, don't scare me like that. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy, so hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk for me? And I thought I drank a lot of milk when I was a kid. Court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit the crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Okay, a witness testimony about the ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the very big circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man. As you've heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such high esteem. You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's a question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Of course I'll cross-examine. The defense has the right to cross-examine the witness. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. Okay, so, Doobie-doobie-doo. Doobie-doobie-doo. Okay. Really? I'm really bad at picking options today. Apparently I picked the wrong one. Turns out we didn't need to cross-examine the witness. Also, yes, I am kind of using a guide today just because apparently my brain is like sleep central right now, like I cannot think. So, yeah. I mean, I'll only use a guide for when I feel genuinely stumped. I'll obviously select the correct answer when I know it. But yeah, okay, so yeah, I'm just skipping through this because this is all like optional, not very important text. Come on. Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk. I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that it is pretty unlikely. Exactly right, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the ringmaster dead? Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. I thought I remembered this one, but I was just checking. So, yeah, so we can't provide an explanation. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ow! Your foolish attempts to foolish fools, so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget you made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was, this is the real killer of Russell Berry Ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro. You didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness murderous plot was not the ringmaster. because it was never his intention to kill Russellberry to begin with. Well, what? So, he ended up killing the wrong person, it sounds like. Order, order. Bailiff, I don't care who it is, smack anyone who's loud in the face, twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court? Ow! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else? Okay, I'll be right back. My food's finally here. Okay, guys. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'll definitely have to be more. Yeah, I think next time, just to avoid any distractions or disturbances during my stream, I think I will try and eat my food before I go on stream. Um, because yeah, that was a bit of a long break. But yeah, thank you for bearing with me. But yeah, I am going to get back to playing the game now. Um, because I took a long break, I will try and I will try and I will try and extend the stream if I can beyond my usual 3 hours, but it'll all depend on. But if I do extend the stream, I don't know whether I'll be playing Ace Attorney for the full stream, just because I feel like my voice is already starting to wear out a little bit. But yeah, so yeah, but yeah, I think this is the right answer. Yeah, there we go. Regina Berry? This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. He could easily answer the question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough. Mr. Wright, allow me to. Ow! The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself, huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence, now. I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Oh, god damn it. Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl. I think this is where I present the note. Yeah, okay. Acro, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat, Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. Order. And Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours is the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her, which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note. That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today? Lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it. Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza, and that's when he let the bus fly. Hey Nick, isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Acro wrote this note to Regina. Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish you've even made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes, what about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Berry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron. Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually... is it the scarf or the pepper? I know it's one of those. Dooby-dooby-doo. Yeah, okay, it's the pepper. I just have to check because obviously with me being like make or break game, like go big or go home, like game over style. Yeah, I'm not taking any chances, but yeah. Achoo, 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 achoo. Achoo, achoo. What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix, right? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. Well, what do you mean? Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright, so what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? Was it Bat? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was Bat. Yeah, okay. Okie dokie. So yeah, it was Acro's brother. Who is this? That is Acro's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him. Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. A little lion? Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina would never do something like that. It's just not in her. Franziska defending Regina. So then what happened to Acro's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? it was more than that. Okay. Yeah, it was more than that. Okay. Da-da-da. The lion-biting bat was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix, right? There is no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, Bat. Okay, scarf. That's just a scarf, Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is the one that gave the scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina? There is something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal, but out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling, however... lions sneeze. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. Yeah, how tragic. Literally put someone in a coma just because a lion sneezed. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. Whoa, what? You fool! You've gotta be kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object I can't talk. For objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do, it's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot. Ha. Ha ha ha. It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true? Acro, you can't mean witness? Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been, evidence. If I drop Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where is the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof to be more precise. The murder weapon. The bust that the defense claims was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered in the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. The bust. Nick, you've got to do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. Yeah, let's see how things work out, and you'll see why I picked that in a minute. Because what if I told you that the bust isn't in Akira's room, and it's also not at the crime scene? Can you think of anywhere else that it might be? Maybe it's not in a room, but maybe it's on a person. There we go. I'll leave you with that, but anyway, see how things work out. It might be worthwhile to search Akira's room, but well, why aren't you going to search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma Total Justice. I guess. I figured with you that's the least I should expect. You leave no stone unturned. Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Akira's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Akira would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bus was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright, the bus wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise, and we took Akira directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. Ha ha ha. It looks like you like the final nails put into my coffin. But, what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Arr! Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust, where is it now? Where's the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'm sure you do. There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? Yeah, how indeedy. It seems this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings to an end the cross-examination of the witness. Hold it. Oh, someone's interrupting. Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue. Huh? What? We need time to do what? How? Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? Well, what? Are you asking me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait. You can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Akira's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well, the defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step. Sink or swim. The only way through is forward. The murder weapon. Where is Max's bust now? It's somewhere in this courtroom. It's obvious. The bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all. It's on the witness stand. Akro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say hide a bust under there. Yep, it's been under his blanket the whole time. Ha 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 ha. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over, which is why you had to hide it, in the only place that you could hide it, under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Will you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. You fool! How could you? Francisca's throwing a hissy fit. You got me. I've been backed by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Two of them? Miss Francisca Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? Huh? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon? There's no way I can escape that. So you got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. Me. Make a mistake. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that. It seems we finally arrived at the truth. Acro? Yes, Your Honor? Did you kill the ringmaster of the very big circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. He confessed, guys! Acro? All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he teased her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it, too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decide to do something about Regina. Oh my god, my foot. Hydration time, methinks. How dreadful. So, are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first I thought I'd kill myself, then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't, not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty. Let's go. Okay. This court is adjourned. Fabulous. But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat, not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Many congrats, but only at max a million of them. But thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about Acro. No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Huh? Wah! She's been like this for a while now. Wah! It's all my fault. Wah! Sweetie pie. Bat and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina, Mr. Wright, tell me something. Well, what do you want to know, Regina? Acro said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Acro, is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? You're really sure? I can believe that? Yep, Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. Huh? I want to know you're not just making up that stuff about Acro not wanting revenge. Okay, yeah, what, yeah, what would the evidence be? Present Bat, okay. Present Bat. Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. But Bat. That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. But now that Acro's been caught. I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes. And then until he can meet Acro again. That's so sweet of you, Regina. I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat. Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So, whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? Ah, that's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Huh? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I decide that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn this circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen? Don't laugh. That's quite the goal. Yay, I can't wait. Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions, which means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max, let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today? We've gotta work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo. Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry. Max. Nick, it seems like everything is going to turn out all right here. I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen. We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats. I'm can only do that so many times, oh my god. I see. What made the case? Yesterday's surprise raid. It really paid off, just like you said it would, sir. You had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? Of course. Well, detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Acro's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the chief prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Edgeworth! Edgeworth! He's still alive. But I mean, come on. Even if you've never played this game before, but you played the first one, would you really believe Miles Edgeworth was gone or dead? Like, oh my god. Okay, brand new case. It's time for Farewell My Turnabout. Oh. I hope I don't make my controller too dirty. Because, yeah, I kind of didn't have time to wash hands after I ate. But yeah, so, yep, Farewell My Turnabout. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Who will be this year's Grand Prix champion? Who will be our hero of heroes? Oh yeah, baby. Will it be last year's runner-up, Jammin' Ninja? Or maybe Captain Saipan all the way from the lovely land of Japan? Starry School? And global hero on Yankapon? We hope Lady Luck is with all our heroes tonight. And now, the winner of the 3rd annual Hero of Heroes Grand Prix is me! Who? Who is it? I want to know. Whoa, the true hero of the night has appeared in our midst. It looks like this year's Grand Prix goes to this fantastic warrior. The Nickel Samurai. Too bad, Jammin' Ninja. Looks like the title eluded you again this year. Okay, March 20th, 7:42 p.m, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. This case is another very good one that I cannot wait to play. Alright, yes, did you hear that, Nick? Did you? The Nickel Samurai, he did it. Yeah, he sure did. I'm getting too old for this. Hey, it's Will Powers. I'm proud of the guy for doing the series justice. So the person everyone was cheering for, I guess he got the prize? Yep. You know who we're talking about, right, Pearly? The Nickel Samurai. No, every Sunday I only watch the educational channel's Kids Masterpiece Theater. Okay, that's it. From now on it's the Nickel Samurai. All the kids watch it. Do you like the Nickel Samurai too, Mr. Nick? Nah, Nick's an old fart, so he's not allowed to watch it anymore. Ouch, Maya. That's right, but I do like Kids Masterpiece Theater. Hey, I didn't know you were so young at heart, Nick. Mr. Nick, you're a grown-up. You're not allowed to watch it anymore. You're supposed to act your age and have interests that match. It's very important. Aw, give it a rest, Pearlie. Looks like I made the right choice in inviting everyone here. I'm glad you're all having a good time. Ah, it's like a dream. Too bad for the Jammin' Ninja, though. Last year, he lost to the Pink Princess Warrior of Little Old Tokyo. I thought this might be his year. Yeah. Oh, hey, did anyone else think that the Jammin' Ninja looked a bit different today? Different? What do you mean? Well, he wasn't carrying his bright red guitar. Hey, you're right. Strange he'd walk around without his signature guitar. I will never understand these people and their shows. Anyway, Mr. Powers, thank you very much for tonight. Oh, it was nothing. I owe you one, so it's just my way of saying thanks. Hey, Nick, come on. It's time to get going to the lobby. There's a post-ceremony stage show that's supposed to start real soon. And then I heard there's going to be a press conference after that. A press conference? Is he going to make a speech about winning this year's prize? Well, not exactly. Something about the Nickel Samurai confessing something. Confessing? Sounds pretty serious. Ah, Nick, come on. You don't want us to be the last ones there, do you? Yeah, Mr. Nick, do you? Why me? The show doesn't even start for another 20 minutes. Okay, let's talk to Will Powers. Let's catch up with how he's been doing. Thank you very much for inviting us today. Oh, it was nothing really. Guys like us don't get to come to a place like this often, so I thought I'd invite you all. Hey, Mr. Powers, what have you been up to lately? Well, since the Pink Princess successfully wrapped up last month, I've been on a kids' exercise show, while wearing a rabbit mask over my face. Oh, I see. I'm still really sorry about all the headache I caused you that time, Mr. Wright. Ah, well, what's done is done, so let's forget about it. This is Will Powers. He's an action star. His popularity exploded when he was the Steel Samurai, and he was the first case Maya worked on with me. It's too bad you look scary, or people would know you're a real softie who's good with kids. Thanks. Okay, let's ask about the Nickel Samurai. I can't believe they're going to make a movie based on the Nickel Samurai. I can't believe it either, but for a different reason. The Steel Samurai. An epic story of one hero in a desperate fight against his arch nemesis, the evil magistrate in the city of Neo-Oldie Tokyo. And last year they started a new series, The Nickel Samurai. The new series seems to be a hit with the kids too. I'm really attached to the Steel Samurai as a show, so I was hoping that maybe I'd get the chance to do something in this new one. Yeah, it's too bad. It had been awesome to see you with the new actor Matt Ongard. He's super popular right now. Mr. Ongard? Looks like Pearls doesn't know who he is. This year it's going to be the Nickel Samurai versus Jammin' Ninja at the box office. Jammin' Ninja? Who's that again? Okay, let's talk about Jammin' Ninja. So, who is this Jammin' Ninja again? He's a hero, duh. As simple as the bright red guitar he's always carrying. A ninja who's always carrying around a bright red guitar. How does that even work? With a scarf around his neck and a guitar in hand, he rises to stardom in an ancient time. A ninja who becomes a star. Yeah, a ninja who becomes a star. There's a strong rivalry between the two of them. Global Studios' Nickel Samurai and Worldwide Studios' Jammin' Ninja. They even air at the same time. You know what I heard? I heard those two don't get along at all. The Nickel Samurai is Ongard, and the guy who plays the Jammin' Ninja, the Nickel Samurai speaks French? Oh, you mean Matt Ongard, the actor. I guess even the world of heroes isn't a sparkling, happy place. Yeah. Interesting. So there seems to be a bit of superhero beef between the two latest superheroes on the block. So, yeah, I don't think we can present anything else to Will Powers, so let's move to the hallway. Wow, what is with this place? It looks like I've stumbled into Oz or something. Way in the back, there's a sign for the bathroom. Maybe I should visit it while I can before the show starts. Okay, let's examine. I can understand flowers in front of the dressing rooms, but what are stuffed bears doing here? Could it be that there's an action star with a soft spot for teddy bears? Nah, can't be. Okay, let's examine the stall. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Juan Carita's room. Juan Carita? His name just sounds like a star's name. I've heard it before, but I don't know anything about him at all. Okay, there's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Matt on Guard's room. Matt on Guard, I've heard that name before. Oh yeah, Maya's always yammering about him like the obsessed fan she is. Okay, let's examine the bathroom. There are toilets in each room in this hotel, but since all sorts of events are held here, there are bathrooms for people who aren't staying here to use as well. Perfect for people like me who can't afford to stay here in the first place. Okay, to Mr. On Guard from the Global Studios staff. It'd be nice if lawyers got flowers too. Something like, to Mr. Wright from all your grateful clients. Okay. Compared to the flowers on the other side of the hall, these are much more gorgeous. Let's see, record companies, fan clubs, company workers, family. Carrying all these flowers home would be hard, I think. Okay, I don't think there's anything else to examine, so let's move to the Viola Hall. Sounds like the post-ceremony show is about to start. Alright, I'm so pumped. I wonder if he's going to show off his special move today, Nickel Samurai Smelting. Actually, what I'm interested in most is the press conference. You mean the big confession the Nickel Samurai is going to make after the show? So what is it? Don't you know what it's about, Mr. Powers? Oh, well, I'm not Steel Samurai anymore, so I don't have any idea. Bah. So sorry. So I guess you were all going to the press conference then? Yeah, of course. If that's the case, then here, take these tickets so you can get in. Oh, that's nice. Will Powers gave us some press conference tickets. Seems like the Nickel Samurai is to confess something after the post-ceremony stage show. Thank you very much. Well, let's get going to the lobby. It looks like it's over this way, Mr. Nick. Okay, for great justice. Okay, yeah, we don't have anything else, so let's move to the hotel lobby. Only a really gaudy hotel would have such a large gaudy lobby to match. I think they're going to have the post-ceremony show over there. They're using a compact stage, I see. Ooh, I'm all ready to use my special samurai power. Maya looks like she's ready to start a fight. Your attention please, your attention please. The Nickel Samurai's post-ceremony stage show will not be held tonight due to unforeseen circumstances. What? Why? Ow, you didn't have to pinch me. Pinch yourself if you don't believe it. We are asking for everyone's cooperation at this time, so please stay where you are. This is a special request from the police. Police? Did they just say the police? Do you want me to go check out what's going on? Wait, I'll come with you. Freeze! You two, didn't you hear the announcement just now? It just finished telling you not to move. That voice. I've heard that voice somewhere before. Honestly, you these days can't be bothered to listen to other people when they talk. Just the other day it was the same thing. Oh, who do we know who talks fast like that? There can be only one person. Oh my god. This non-stop chatter. It can't be. Miss Oldbag? What is it, you young whippersnappers? Do I know you? Wait, you're Powers, aren't you? Yeah, about what happened back then. You didn't even get nominated this year, did you? Oh, that's right. You're doing that children's exercise program trying to play nice. Ah, yeah, that's me. Thankfully, I still have a job. I love that show, and you're a hoot. You're the Big Brother character, right? Oh my god. She will not stop. What are you doing here? Look at my uniform and tell me you can't tell I'm a member of security. But that outfit. Annoying, noisy brats get the blaster. Oh my god, a ray gun. Okay, I guess if we have to, let's talk to Old Bag. Miss Old Bag, what are you doing here? What happened to your position at Global Studios? Oh, that old place? Well, since that incident, they've been letting people go. When they cut the security team, I got the pink slip. What incident? What did you do? I didn't do anything, you youngin'. Don't you remember that incident a year ago, when this lady got on the witness stand and testified? Yeah. And you, weren't you the one who was bullying me, this fragile girl at heart? I plead the fifth. But you know, I think maybe I rubbed the upper management the wrong way by testifying. Yes, that has to be it. Everything is all your fault. Me. I thought about being a bodyguard at first after being handed old Pinky. You? A bodyguard? For your friend, that fiery good-looking guy with the red jacket and the ruffles? Mr. Edgeworth? But that sort of arrangement would be entirely too troublesome for me. That's what he said to me. What did I ever do to deserve that? Okay, let's ask about what happened. So did something happen? I don't have all the details, but it looks like another one of those incidents happened again. An incident? Like a murder kind of incident? Maybe. You see, I'm a bit of a devilish woman. So wherever I go, showers of blood are sure to follow. Bet you didn't know that. Then shouldn't you quit being a security guard, at least for other people's sake? Silence, whippersnapper. Hey, Nick. What is it? I don't like that devilish smile playing on your lips. Let's make like we're going to the bathroom and check things out. No way. The police told us not to go anywhere, remember? Huh? How boring? You're such a boring guy. You've got no motivation, no spirit. Huh? What? What's going on? Are you giving Mystic Maya trouble again, Mr. Nick? Not you too, Pearls. Please don't stick your little nose into this one. So listen to this, Pearly. This one time at lawyer camp, Nick. Okay, I get it. Let's go take a look. Yay! I knew you couldn't say no to me, Nick. That's right. You'd walk over miles of hot coals for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you, Mr. Nick? That would be every time we work a case together. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go already. You can come along too, Pearly. Goody! I get to come. Okay, so let's move to Viola Hall. There's nothing really out of the ordinary here. Are you looking for the incident that the old lady was talking about? Doesn't look like it happened here. Well, we better go look somewhere else. Alright, then let's try. Excuse me. Ack. Are you by chance Miss Maya Fey? Yeah, that's me. You have a phone call waiting for you at the front desk. A call? I wonder if it's someone from Karine Village. What's wrong, Mystic Maya? Oh, nothing. You guys go on ahead and I'll be right there, okay? Okay. Right this way, Miss Fey. Let's go look somewhere else now, Mr. Nick. Yeah, okay. This is a little exciting and a little scary. Okay, let's move to the hallway. I told you. I get people the info they want, which means I got a right to know. Nope, don't care who you are, pal. We're still investigating, so you can't go on in. What's your problem? Just you wait. It'll be all over the morning paper. Scruffy detective's secret scandal revealed. You'll see, I'll get you back. Those two sound pretty serious. That southern accent can only mean, oh no. This is like an all-stars of like the first two games. What the heck? Hey, Bright. Hey, Lotta. Come on, do a gal a favor and tell this cop I'm just doing my job and I've got rights. Ah, you. Ah, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal, help a guy out. Tell her that only the police are allowed here. This is a scene of a murder, so she should leave this to us pros. A murder? Oh, shoot, me and my big mouth. See, I knew it. My gut instinct told me so. I always trust my gut. A murder, it said, and that's what it is. A genuine murder. Hey, wait. Yeehaw! A murder of a big star, no less. Oh man, I'm in trouble now. Okay, let's talk to Gumshoe. What happened? So, Detective Gumshoe, a murder? Ah, no, that's not it. I got my facts mixed up for a second there, pal. Mr. Nick, is the dead person the Nickel Samurai? Huh? Why do you ask? Well, Mystic Maya was rooting for him, so it wasn't the Nickel Samurai that got bumped. Actually, the Nickel Samurai is the one under suspicion of doing the bumping off. What? The guy that died was this hero named the German Ninja, pal. The German Ninja? Okay, let's talk about Lotta. That woman with the big puffy hair that looks like cotton candy. You mean Lotta? That woman, she was there that time too, right? That time. When Mystic Maya did that channeling. Oh, that time. Well, Lotta's a journalist, so that's why she was there. Journalist? It looks like she was hanging around here before the murder happened. Hanging around? Yeah, hiding and waiting in front of the Jamming Ninja store, pal. But why would she? She wouldn't tell me, pal. Just said something about getting my big scoop. Scoop? What sort of news could she be after? Okay, the victim. So, the victim was the Jamming Ninja. Mr. Jamming Ninja? He was on a really popular rival TV show to the Nickel Samurai. Oh. The victim was the action star Juan Carita. He got a huge push and rode the express train to stardom. I mean, even I know who he is. Yeah, even I recognize his face. But I heard lately that Matt Ongar's been taking the wind out of his sail. I'm telling you, pal, as far as who's popular, those two are hogging all the limelight. I guess there's no space for Mr. Powers at all, huh? Poor guy. Mr. Ongar, that's the Nickel Samurai, right? Yep. I mean, no. You gotta say it with more oomph. The Nickel Samurai. Anyway, so now that Juan Carita's gone, that means Mr. Ongar has the whole stage to himself, wouldn't you say? I wouldn't bet on it, pal. We can't have that happen, you know. Can't have that happen. What's that supposed to mean, I wonder? Okay, let's move to the Viola Hall. And then move back to the lobby. Okay. Yep, okay. The Nickel Samurai. Okay, yeah, there's nothing for old bag, that's fine. Okay, let's move back to the hallway, and then let's present stuff to Gumshoe. No, okay, Nickel Samurai. Press conference. No, nothing. Okay. Okay, so move. I don't think there's anything to examine in the lobby. I mean, I can always have a look. These cameras must belong to Presser doing the conference. They're all basically doing the same thing, staring at the empty stage. It's the stage for the post-ceremony stage show. There was supposed to be a press meeting after the show, but now it looks like no one will hear what the Nickel Samurai had to confess after all. Okay, seats for the spectators of the post-ceremony show and the press conference. But it's too bad neither event is going to be held now. Okay, a lobby with a grand staircase always feels enormous, but right now the only thing filling this enormous room is anxiety about the murder. I really hope nothing else bad happens here. Okay, examine. It's a feast fit for a king. Yeah, it was the first time I ate that food. What was it called again? I think it started with kiwi. That's right, a kiwi. I don't know what to say. It's a sweet but sour fruit all in one. Poor Pearls, having eaten only vegetables all her life, she's been missing out. This sure is one luxurious hotel, almost to the point of gaudy, with how it blends together everything fancy imaginable. Speaking of fancy, didn't that bellboy give me something like that last year? Okay. There's a grand set of doors over there. It's the doors Maya followed the bellboy out of. Okay, chandelier. So that's called a chandelier, right? Yep. What is that for? What does it do? Well, it's for lighting up a room, Pearls. Mr. Nick, can I look down now? My neck hurts. The awards ceremony was just held on that stage. It was really fabulous. You just reminded me of the circus for a second. I wonder if everyone is alright. I heard that very big circus just recently started holding performances again. I'm sure they're all fine, Pearls. Oh, that's good. Wow, I never knew you could actually get an update on the very big circus in this case. But yes, okay, let's examine the hallway. No, nothing. That's weird. So what am I meant to do if I can't? I've definitely examined everything. Yeah, I definitely have in this room. Okay, examine this side. Yeah, I've definitely examined everything in this room. Viola Hall, examine. They haven't cleaned up all the food yet. There's a sad feeling hanging in the air now that the party is over. Okay. I'm just exploring. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else in here. So let's move back to the hotel lobby. Can I? No. Okay, let's, there must be something else in here that we've missed. Yeah, I don't see anything. Am I really struggling on the investigation part? Jeez. Okay. Yeah. I needed to present a profile to Gumshoe, not evidence. So, yeah, but yeah, let's move back to the hallway. The Nickel Samurai, he really took the Grand Prix tonight. Maya's a big fan of his. Really? Oh, I'm sorry then. Why are you sorry? Matt Onguard was just arrested, pal. On suspicion of murdering Juan Carita. What? Okay, let's talk to Gumshoe. Arrested? Well, why was Mr. Onguard arrested? Sorry, pal, but that's not something I can tell you. We just started the investigation, so we don't want any leaks. Looks like yet another Steel Samurai hero is in hot water. Mr. Nick, if Mystic Maya knew about this... Yeah, I know. She made me take this case, I know. Okay, Okay, let's try moving around now. There we go. Hey, so what's going on, Mr. Wright? It looks like Juan Carita has been killed. Whoa, what? It looks like he was murdered, and the suspect was arrested. That suspect is Mr. Matt Onguard. You're joking, right? Nope, they arrested the Nickel Samurai on suspicion of murdering the German ninja. Oh, not again. I feel sick. Again? About a year ago, something just like this happened, Pearls. I still can't believe. No way Matt would. Huh? What's Mr. Powers got in his hand? Oh, before I forget, this is for you, Mr. Wright. I got this from the bellboy that came by earlier. Okay, we have a radio transceiver for me, but why? I don't know. All he said was it was for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney. Okay, let's talk to Will. Matt is the most energetic and active actor out there right now. The Nickel Samurai really sealed his place as a pop idol, but he kept adding fuel to the fire of his rivalry with Juan anyway. Mr. Juan, he's the German ninja, right? Those two would butt heads over everything they could think of, but I'd say that Matt was the one who almost always came out on top. I guess some people only know how to relate to others by butting heads like a ram. Juan said that he'd take Matt on this time too, so he joined a rival TV show. And that was the German ninja? The stylish Nickel Samurai and the burning German ninja. Well, things turned messy real fast with those two using their shows for their war. And the final tally. Look around, it's pretty obvious how things ended up. Matt even won the Grand Prix this year. The final win over his rival, I guess. Okay, let's talk about the press conference. Mr. Onguard was going to hold a press conference, wasn't he? That's what I heard. Though if you wanted to get technical about it, it was the Nickel Samurai's conference. The Nickel Samurai's? Yeah, he was supposed to wear his costume and give the press conference that way. He was going to be in costume, but why? I'm not sure. They don't keep me in the loop anymore. I was just wondering, where's Mystic Maya? She's been gone a long time. Now that she mentions it, Maya was only going to answer a phone call. Maybe she got lost. I'll take a quick look around for her. Ack. Well, what is it, Mr. Nick? Huh? I'm not sure. It's coming from this transceiver. Yes, hello, right here. Is this Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney? And you are? You don't need to know who I am. I think you have other things to be concerning yourself with, such as... Help, Nick! Mystic Maya! Maya? So, Mr. Wright, wouldn't you agree that the more important issue is the fate of the girl? Her fate? Does he mean what I think he means? Maya, where are you? Are you hurt? Come now, don't fall apart on me yet. But this can't be. Now that I have your attention, Mr. Attorney, I have a modest proposal for you. If you do what I require, then I will return to you your valuable item unharmed. What is this called again in your fancy lawyer terms? Kidnapping for ransom. Yes, that's it. This is a kidnapping. Ah, Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! My sight, everything's fading away. Maya, Maya, Maya's been kidnapped. You there? Mr. Attorney, are you there? How much? How much do you want? Very good, Mr. Attorney. I'm glad you have such a good grasp of the situation. Hurry up and state your condition and then return Maya. Money is not what I seek. What? What I want is a certain verdict. I would like a complete acquittal. Complete acquittal? Well, what in the world have you done to need? I am not the person you will be representing. What? You are currently at the Gatewater Hotel, are you not? And I know that a murder has just taken place there. Juan Carita was killed and the suspect is Matt on guard. You are, as expected, quite on top of things, Mr. Attorney. Now then, what I want is very simple. I want you to obtain a complete acquittal for Matt on guard. Well, Matt on guard? But why? He did not kill anyone. I can attest to that. However what? However, someone is framing him for the murder. A very smart someone who is setting him up to take the fall. If I agree and do what he wants, can I believe he'll keep his end of the bargain? You are, of course, at liberty to take me at my word or not. However, there is one thing you can take as fact. Right now, your very precious item is with me in my possession. Help! Nick! Maya! You have 2 days. Of course, tonight he will be in questioning with the police, but the trial is in 2 days. At that trial, you will win a not guilty verdict. Remember, you only have one chance. One chance, Mr. Attorney. Well, one? You expect me to get a not guilty in one trial day? Yes, exactly. I don't believe I was wrong in choosing you, so don't let me down. Ah! Oh yes, that's right. Now that I am playing the role of the kidnapper, I can't pass up this chance to say, and don't even think about calling the cops. Not great, but you get the idea. But damn it, who the hell are you? Very well, I'll tell you that much. My name is the Killer. Mr. Nick, where is Mystic Maya? She's been kidnapped. No, it's all my fault. If only I had gone with Mystic Maya. It's not your fault, Pearls. But it is. Mystic Maya, wah! Mr. Wright, I think we should tell the police what's going on. No, we can't do that. If we do, who knows what will happen to Maya. Mr. Nick, what about the detective we saw earlier? Detective Gumshoe. Yes, that's it. Wait here and I'll be right back. All right, I'll take care of Pearl while you're away. What? Ransom? Shh, not so loud. The ransom is complete acquittal for Matt on guard. Wait, the deal is complete acquittal in exchange for Maya, you mean? Then this means Matt on guard is obviously the killer, pal, no doubt about it. But the guy said that Mr. on guard is innocent. You really believe what a kidnapper tells you, pal? I guess he has a point. If on guard really is innocent, then why the kidnapping? And on top of everything else, there's all this evidence we keep finding. Huh? The forensic team's having a field day back there. But it's strange. There's so much evidence and it feels like something's wrong. There's too much evidence. Is that possible? Actually, didn't the kidnapper say something about on guard being set up? Anyway, looks like you won't be leaving here tonight, pal. Just sit tight and cooperate with the investigation. Tomorrow you can start yours. Alright. Isn't there another way? You've also got to be careful about pushing the kidnapper the wrong way. You're right. Okay. Ow, my head. Oh, well, interesting. Well, where am I? I wonder if I'm still in the hotel. Well, what happened to me? Nick, Pearly. Come on, you guys, this isn't funny anymore. I see you have awoken. Wait, it's that bellboy. Ah, who are you? Me. I am known as the Killer. The Killer? You mean like an assassin? I'm too young to die. Don't worry, you are not my target. For now, anyway. Nick, where are you? Help me. Yes, that's right. Only one person can save you now, and that is Mr. Phoenix Wright. Huh? What? Nick's going to save me? Calm down and be a good girl. Think of this as a business transaction. A business transaction? I'm going to contact him now. I hope you'll cooperate and play your assigned role well. Nick, what's going to happen to me? Nick, Pearly, sis. Is this Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney? You don't need to know who I am. I think you have other things to be concerning yourself with, such as... Good morning. Morning, Pearls. Mr. Nick, come on, let's hurry and go see Mr. Ongard. We have to wait a bit, Pearls. Visiting hours don't start until 9 a.m., so... Oh, I see. Mystic Maya. If only I had gone with you. Poor Pearls, she's been like this since last night. We managed to get home somehow yesterday evening. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe gently holding her by the hand and leading her here. But by the looks of it, I don't think Pearls got any sleep at all last night. Mr. Nick, Mystic Maya, she's alright, right? Yeah, she's alright. Either way, I'm going to save her. You can trust me on that. Please, help her. I'm only able to stay this calm and collected because Pearls is doing the crying for the both of us. Okay, I'm gonna have a drink. Well, yeah, the way my voice is going now, I'll probably be going for like another just over 10 minutes and then I'll call the stream. I did want to try and extend it with me having taken that break to eat food, but yeah. Pardon me. Okay, so, so let's move to the detention center. We couldn't wait for visiting hours to start, so Pearls and I came down here early to visit one nickel samurai charged with the murder of the German ninja. Good morning. How are you today? I know this situation might be a little tough for you. Where? Oh, sorry, dude. Huh? I already signed up. Excuse me? I already have life insurance. I signed up a long time ago because my job is, you know. Oh, no. We're not insurance salespeople. Really? Dude, I really don't need that right now either. Huh? Fire extinguishers. I mean, this building isn't my house, so... No, we're not here to sell you fire extinguishers either. I'm a lawyer. My name is Phoenix Wright. A lawyer? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask my manager, okay? The Nickel Samurai sure is a strange person, isn't he? I think strange is an understatement. Sorry about that. you're just in time. Huh? You're a lawyer, dude, right? My manager's looking for a good one right now, so how about it? Mr. Nick, this is our chance. I have to make him let me take his case. I have to. Okay. Do 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 do. Okay, so yeah, let's talk to Matt on guard. Sorry to intrude, but I would like to ask you a few personal questions. That's okay, but dude, my autobiography is coming out soon, so if I say stuff without the publisher's approval, then I'm gonna be in real hot water. Hold on a sec, I'm gonna ask my publisher, okay? Mr. Ongard is so lucky. He has so many people he can talk to. I don't know if he actually has anyone he can really talk to. Sorry about that. Like I thought, the publisher said it'd be real bad if I said anything, dude. Does he have a mind of his own? Okay, let's ask about what happened. Mr. Ongard, I would like to ask you about a murder. Oh, are you covering this for a tabloid as a side job, dude? Well, if you want my statement on this, you should ask through my staff. No, I'm not asking on behalf of the tabloid. Hold on a sec, I'm gonna ask the president of the studio, okay? Is he alright, Mr. Nick? If we're talking about Mr. Ongard's brain here, I wouldn't put my money on it. Sorry about that. The studio president said even Neo Mount Fuji itself knows I'm not the murderer. Mr. Nick, what's Neo Mount Fuji? It's a mountain in the city of Neo-Old Tokyo, the city the Nickel Samurai protects. Okay, let's present attorney's badge. Mr. Ongard, this is an attorney's badge. Dude, I'm sorry, but I don't have the free time to be looking at things like that, huh? I'm much too busy with Nickel Samurai stuff right now. I don't have the time to take a lawyer's correspondence course. Why does he believe I'm a salesman? Insurance and extinguishers, now this. Okay, the Nickel Samurai. Huh? What's that? It's a ticket for the press conference. You were going to give one after winning the Grand Prix, right? Huh? Me? Yes, while you were in costume, no less. I never heard anything like that, dude. I only heard about the stage show. I always leave that kind of stuff to my manager. He didn't know? That's odd. Okay, let's present the transceiver. Mr. Nick, what are you going to do with that? I don't know yet, but I figured I could at least show it to him. Is that a transceiver? Hey, it looks like a real nice one, too. I got it as a present from someone. Interesting. I've also been instructed to take your case. Is that what you heard from the transceiver? Yeah. Dude, that's terrible. Don't let some disembodied voice boss you around. This coming from a man with a cell phone on his wrist. Well, dude, I think it's about time for me to get going. Please wait. I really need to take your case. There's always other people in need of a lawyer, right? Want me to introduce you to a few? Please let Mr. Nick represent you. Man, oh man, lawyers these days. Now you do use kids to pull in clients too. If you don't take me as your lawyer, then the killer is going to. Wait, what did you just say? The killer. The killer? What's he doing? It looks like he's mulling something over. Alright, dude. I accept your terms. Huh? I'll let you represent me in court. Well, we did it, Mr. Nick. Yeah. I don't feel any better for it, and he doesn't look too happy either. Go ahead, ask me anything. I'll help out as much as I can. Okay, Matt on guard. Man, I think my lucky stars that people know my name. Well, you're quite the hero and you're in the national spotlight. I didn't know who he is. Does that mean I'm not a good citizen? It's really great to be the Nickel Samurai. Dude, lately I just keep on getting more and more popular. True enough. The Nickel Samurai is very popular among high schoolers and secretaries right now. I guess Mr. Ongard has a way of catching the eyes of women. Do you know my motto? Refreshing like a spring breeze. That's what I am. A spring breeze? That's why this kind of scandal is disastrous, dude. I mean, even if I get out of here tomorrow, it's still gonna look bad. But everyone loves a good scandal. Okay, what happened? Can you tell me about your activities last night? After I got the award, I took a break and went back to my room. I had that post-ceremony stage show to do, so I was in my Nickel Samurai costume. And you were alone the entire time? My manager was running around being busy, so yeah, because of the press conference you were supposed to hold after the show. I told you, dude, I have no idea about any press conference, alright? That's strange. I thought the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. Anyway, when I was leaving my room, that's when I noticed it was kind of noisy. Mr. Karina was already dead at that time? Yeah, that's what I gathered anyway from my manager. I'm beginning to gather that this guy can't do a thing on his own. And that's when the detective in the green coat showed up. He searched me, and then out of the blue, the dude arrested me. Okay guys, so I know it's a couple of minutes early, but I am gonna call the stream here. Because I feel like if I talk anymore, even after having a drink, my voice is just gonna wear out. So yeah, we're gonna save, and then I'm gonna go into my outro. Yeah, that's right. Okay, title screen. There we go. Okay, let me, I'll just exit the game properly. There we go. Okay, but yeah, thank you for watching the stream. Or if you're on YouTube, thank you for watching this video. Yeah, I'm really glad I managed to finish the Circus case, and I'm looking forward to getting more into Farewell My Turnabout, which is the current case we're on. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. Yeah, so my next stream, I will be back tomorrow. I will be continuing Yakuza 1 Kiwami, so definitely join me for that if you can. That should start between 4 and 5 PM UK time, but I will have to, I will also have to see, because, yeah, because depending on when, because this week is pretty busy for me, and tomorrow I may have an errand or two to do, depending on certain things that happen, but yeah, so definitely join me tomorrow between 4 and 5 for Yakuza Kiwami. But yeah, I'm gonna keep my outro short today because I want to raid and then start resting my voice. But yeah, let's see who's online. Pro Gamer, Speedball Bailey, Sekaperka, Ooh. Oh my god! Oh my god. Okay. I totally forgot today was his 950th stream, but we will be raiding the Chugs, aka AEW wrestler Adam Cole, because yeah, he is celebrating stream 950, and it looks like he's celebrating it by playing some Pokemon Scarlet, which is very, very interesting. So yeah, let's raid Chugs. Yeah. But yeah, oh my god, I can't believe he's playing Pokemon. But anyway, but yeah, so but yeah, until tomorrow everyone, have a great day. And yeah, I'm gonna switch to my outro now. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys.